Hey, what's going on YouTube? Coming at you with another video here. Today I'm talking about the application process for a direct SRO at a nuclear power plant. If you don't know what the SRO position is or the eligibility requirements, I'd encourage you to check out my previous video on opportunities in commercial nuclear power. And before we begin, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps as I start to build this channel. So if you meet the experience requirements for the position, the company will generally reach out and ask you to take the POS test. This is a timed pass or fail test with 4 sections. The first section being figure reasoning, which is essentially just pattern recognition problems. I did feel like this was the most difficult portion of the exam just based on how fast paced it was. Then you have mathematical usage, which are questions on algebra, trigonometry, and unit conversions. I also felt like this was a pretty fast paced portion of the exam. Then you have the reading comprehension section, which is essentially reading an article and be able to answer questions that pertain to the article. And then finally, you have mechanical concepts, which is being able to answer questions on gear ratios, pulley systems, and friction problems. I didn't feel like this was very calculation-based. It was more being able to answer based on intuition. All right, so assuming you pass the POS test, you'll then be asked to take a personality and situational judgment test. The personality test is going to present you with questions that have 2 different statements, and you have to decide which one you agree with more. And then the situational judgment test will present you with work-related problems, and you'll have to pick the option that best solves that problem. From what I understand, these tests are designed to gauge your underlying interest, drive, and managerial experience to see if they're compatible with the position. And then the company will generally share the results of these tests with you when you start working, and that's to help you be successful in leading a team of nuclear operators. All right, so once you get through those tests, next is the interview process. This will generally be an online interview with a panel of managers, so prior SROs, HR, and then possibly the operations director. Generally, the questions will be behavioral based, and they'll expect you to respond in a STAR format. So that's describe the situation, the task, the actions you took, and then the results that you achieved. Some questions I'd get ready for include, tell me about a process improvement you implemented and how you measured its effectiveness. Tell me about an underperforming team that you were on and what recommendations you made to improve performance. And then describe a time where you were executing a procedure that couldn't be performed as written. What did you do about it? And it's important to note that at the end of the interview, there will be time for you to ask the panel questions. You should definitely have questions prepared for this. They're looking to generally gauge your interest at this point and that you've envisioned yourself working at the plant. Some good questions to ask include what's the shift schedule like at the plant, because it does vary by plant. Additionally, where do employees that work at the plant choose to live in the area? And then you can ask an individual panel member, there are a lot of utility companies in the US, why did you choose to work for company X? So if you guys found this video useful, definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Cheers.